Alrighty, guys, Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Garden Garage here in beautiful Alabama once again. All right, now in this segment, what I'm going to do here is I'm going ahead and a lot of people have messaged me. Okay, they have asked me. They said, "Well, how do I install Aurora? Okay, how do I do this? How do I put it on there? How do I set it up and all this stuff?" And over Messenger, it's kind of hard to explain. All right, so what I did was I decided to do a video on this thing. Now, I removed Aurora from the hard drive that was on here already. Removed everything that I could. Hey, Tyler, how are you, man? And I removed everything that I could. So then that way then we could start fresh. All right. You'll notice in this thing, all right, that I've got a couple of links. Okay. The feature link is the download for Aurora and also the Aurora Crash Patcher. And then in the description at the bottom, you'll see the original developer, okay, of the Aurora Crash Patcher. So just in case there's an update to it, you can go there and download the new one, okay? But this one is up to date and it's fine and it works, all right? So what I'm using here is Lorraine's Black Widow console that I built several years ago, all right, which is a Jasper. And we're going to use this for the example. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go through how to install Aurora on your existing hard drive or your existing RGH, okay, and how to set it up. All right, so just bear with me, enjoy the follies, also how to live with Aurora after you install it, and a lot of other things, okay? So just bear with me and we'll go through this, okay? Oh, look, we're going to boot this thing up, all right? And then what I'm going to do is hopefully, okay, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bring the screen over here. That way then you can see it, all right? And there we are. Okay. Now it's booting up. Now I want you to see. I want you to be able to see the whole screen, so that way then you're not like, well, it's cut off. I can't see, and all this other crap. Okay. It's about as good as I'm gonna get it right there. Okay. Now, all right. First off, okay, we're gonna have to calm that glare down a little bit. That's just a little too much right there. Hang on here. Wait a minute. Let me calm this glare down. All right. That way, then we're not going crazy here, okay? Because I want you to be able to see this thing, okay? So just hold on. Let me get this thing. There we go. Okay. Now let me just adjust this glare. That way, then we don't get the freaking insanity. All right. Let's see here now. Now, try adjusting this down a little bit. Okay. And let's see here. We can adjust this down a little bit. Hopefully that will help. All right. Okay. All right. Now, all right. Got it. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to sync up a controller here. All right. And I'm going to sign in. Okay. And there we are. All right. Now we're all signed in. Everything's all good with the world and all that kind of happy nonsense. All right. And now what I'm going to do here, okay, is we're going to go ahead. And in that link, you're gonna go to that SendSpace account, which is mine, and you're gonna download Aurora. Okay, you're gonna download the Aurora with the Crash Patcher, and you're gonna unzip it with WinRAR or PKZip or whatever it is that you use to unzip an archive. All right, and you're gonna put it on a USB stick. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over now. Your RGH has to have XEX menu 1.2 or or FX menu, one or the other. All right, doesn't matter. Okay, and we'll go directly to My Games here. We'll hit it. All right, and then we'll go to FX menu. All right, now let's see here now. All right, now what we're gonna do here, all right, is there's FX menu. Okay, now we're gonna plug the USB stick in. Okay, now, USB stick's plugged in, okay, life is grand, so on and so forth. All right, now we're going to hit the RB button, and you'll see USB stick, and there, and right there, there's Aurora, okay, and there is also Aurora Crash Patcher. Now, all right, first off, okay, we go to our hard drive. You have got to make sure that you have your folders set up correctly, okay? Normally, Xbox 360 games, I make a games folder and then I copy all my Xbox 360 games into there, all right? As you can see, now this is a little 120 gig drive, so it doesn't have a lot on it, all right? But as you can see, every game has its own folder and all that, all right? And then, of course, we have our homebrew section, all right? where your tools reside. You make a homebrew folder and put your dash launch in there, and NAND flash, or whatever apps or tools that you use for the Xbox or whatever. All right, and we'll back out of here. Okay, emulators. It's self-explanatory. That's where your emulators go. You make a folder called emulators, and then you go ahead, put it right there. There you go. And there's some emulators that are on this thing. All right. Now, this right here, of course, down here, this is all your plugins and everything else. Now, what you're going to do, all right, is simply this, okay? You're going to go ahead over to the USB, you're going to go to the USB stick right here, okay? Now, this is Aurora, okay? This is the folder, all right? Now, if you go in here, you'll see this folder right here. Put contents on root of drive, Aurora CrashPatcher, and it's just simply an XEX, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and the first thing we're going to do, we're going to copy Aurora over to our hard drive. So we're going to hit Y, and then we're going to hit copy, and then what we're going to do is we're going to D-pad over to the hard drive, okay? We're going to hit Y again, and then we're going to hit paste, all right? And you will see that it starts to copy and paste all the files over and all that kind of good stuff, all right? Which is what it's supposed to do, okay? Now, hang on here while let's see if we can make this a little better here. Now maybe you can see that a little better. All right. Now, okay. So anyway, there's our Aurora. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the Aurora folder right here. And as you can see, there's all of our stuff right there. All right. Everything is right there. Everything was copied over. All right. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to go over here. We're going to go to, let's see here now. Go back to the USB stick. Go to Aurora. Grab hold of this. Copy it with Y. Copy. Okay? And then what we do is we simply back out of there and we back out of there. We go over to HDD1 and then we just simply paste it right here in the root of the drive. Okay? Now, it should be right there. Yep, there it is. There's Aurora CrashPatcher. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is now that we've got that all done, okay, Aurora is now on this console. So now we can remove the USB stick. All right? And then we're going to go into our homebrew section where our tools are. We're going to go to Dash Launch 3.21. Okay? We're going to open it up. We're going to hit it. All right? Now it's going to come up. Now, under Paths, if you want Aurora to boot up directly, you go into Paths, you hit A. All right? Then there's Default. All right? That's the default thing that it starts up, which is either going to be your stock dashboard, FSD, or Aurora. In this case, we're going to use Aurora. So we're going to hit A. We're going to go to HDD. We're going to go to Aurora, and then we're going to select this, and this is all with A. Just hit Aurora. Okay, now, there it is, defaulted. Okay? Now, we're going to close this up here by hitting A with the pass, and then we're going to go to plugins. All right? Now, with this, we're going to go down to plugin 4, which is empty. We're going to hit that. We're going to go to HDD. And give it a second. There we are. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select our plugin, which is Aurora CrashPatcher. That's going to stop it from crashing when you're downloading titles and all that kind of crap, okay? We had to do this because there was a change in the Xbox Live API where it gets, where it gets the titles from and all that stuff. And there was a problem with the API there. So, they cut out a couple of IPs or whatever, and it created a mess for Aurora, okay? So that's why we're going to use this. So we're going to hit A, and there it is, it's put there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to hit RB. We're going to bring this down to HDD. We're going to hit X to save it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit B to back out. All right? Now, it should start Aurora. However, though, okay, what we don't want it to do, okay, see, now it's going to find all of your titles automatically, okay? It's going to look for all the title updates and everything. See, it's backing up COD, backing up Grand Theft Auto, so on and so forth. Any title updates that are in your content folder that are under these title ID numbers that are under the games, it's going to look for that 000B0000 folder. Go in there because that's where the title update is stored. It's going to grab it and it's going to back it up and make a database for it. Okay? Are you with me so far? I hope. I hope. Okay? I hope so anyway. Yeah, I like FSD too, man, but it's just, everybody, there's a lot of people that like Aurora too, so, that's why a lot of people ask me about this, so I'm just like, okay. So anyway, let it back up all of its title update, and some of them are big, some of them are 115, 117 meg, whatever. They're pretty darn big, so it takes it a little bit for it to back it up to put it on the hard drive, okay? Oh, we're backing up. And we're backing up some more. Oh my God. Right? Yeah, it takes a little while. There's Modern Warfare 3. Okay, welcome to Aurora. It's done backing up the title updates. Okay. Now, before you do anything, okay, remember I mentioned about Aurora CrashPatcher, okay? All right. What we have to do is we have to shut down the console. Just shut it down, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to restart the console, all right? That way then it loads Aurora CrashPatcher as well, because we got to have that loaded. You know, just putting it in dash launch doesn't make it load, all right? It just means that on the next boot that it's going to use it, okay? So we're booting up. Here we go. And I'm going to sync my controller up here, and it should boot directly into Aurora. Now, of course, it's going to give you any plugins that you have, like on a server or whatever, okay? And there we are, okay? Now, we have an empty Aurora, okay? Here it is, all right? Now, of course, your back button, that's going to be File Manager, okay? The IP address of the Xbox, scripts, restart, reboot, and shut down, all that crap, all right? Um, Now, if you hit the Start button, okay, you will see assets, profile, content, okay, which is your scan, which is your path for scanning, and we don't want this. I don't want that set on auto scan because every time you load Aurora, it will try to auto scan, and that just takes up a whole bunch of time for no reason. That's why I set that to manual. Okay, you got your modules, language security, and about all that crap. All right, pretty much just your standard stock. There it is, Aurora. Okay, now if you hit the B button, okay, you will see filters. Okay, very important. Quick view, very important. Okay, your theme, your skin, and display. All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to set up some filters on this thing. All right. I don't have any Connect games. Okay, I have no Connect games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Quick View. I'm going to get rid of this one right here. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of it because there's no reason to have it. All right, because I don't have any Connect games. All right, if you do, leave it alone. All right, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify this one here because I want my emulator separate from Homebrew. Okay, I want Homebrew for applications and and tools. Okay, I want emulators separate. Now you could set it up any which way you want, but I'm sure I how to set it up here. Okay, look, when you click on it and you hit A, all right, you will see that this uses a Lua, which is a kind of like a language all of its own. All right, and what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we want to just have our homebrew or apps. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to change this a little bit. All right, we're going to select this one right here. I'm going to hit A. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use delete. Then I'm going to hit A on the or. Okay, and I'm going to delete that as well because otherwise, if you leave or, it's going to give you an error. Okay, it's going to let you know if you did something wrong. All right, so what we're going to look for in this one right here in Homebrew is going to be our applications or Homebrew. Okay, and then we will save this. All right, now what we can do is we're going to add. Okay, we're going to add a quit. We're going to add a filter to this thing. All right, it's pretty easy. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to hit add. Okay, we're going to hit that, and then we're going to change this over. We're going to get rid of that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make this emulators. Okay, so yeah, here we go over here. Whoop! I hate my controller. Okay, done. All right, now we're going to change the icon. We're going to go here. It's going to give us a list of icons right here. Okay, so what we have here, emulators. Okay, now once we do that, filter, add. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to hit the RB button. We're going to bring this over. We're going to go and we're going to select emulators. There we are. All right, and then we're going to save it. Okay, now you'll notice that we have emulators. Now, if you have indie games on here, we're going to add one more. Okay, we're going to add. All right, quick view. And cancel that out. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to name this Indie. I-N-D-I-E. Yes, spelling. All right, here we go. Done. And then we're going to change the icon. Hit Indie. Filter. Filters. And then we go down to Indie. Okay? Then we're going to go ahead, save. Okay? Now, all of our filters are all set up. Okay? Everything is all set up now. Okay? Which is cool. We're good there. All right? Now what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to exit out of that. We're going to hit the start button. And then we're going to go to content. Okay? Now, this is really, really easy. All right? You want to manage your paths. Okay? So we're going to add a path. Okay. Now, mind you, with Xbox Live Arcade, all of your arcade games are stored in the content folder. There is no reason to make an Xbox Live arcade folder, okay, and put your arcade games in it because it's already stored in the content folder. So we're going to cover that with the content folder, right? Now, we're going to add a path. So we add, all right, we're going to select the location. We're going to go to HED1, okay, and then we're going to hover over Y. We're going to hover over content, okay, and then we're going to hit Y to select it, okay? Set your scan depth to 5, all right? None, no script data whatsoever. Save it, all right? Then we're going to do another one. Change, HED1. We're going to go to emulators. Hit Y. Okay, scan depth of 4. Go down to emulators. Click that. So it uses the script that we made, our filter. Okay? Hit save. Add another one. Change, HED1. Homebrew. Y. Set it to 4. Highlight homebrew. Click on it. Save it. Okay? Add another one. Change, HED1. Games, no filter, 4, okay, just to cover multi-disc games and all that. Save, okay? Now, indie games is going to take care of itself. We don't have to do that, all right? So we got our scan depth of 5 on the content folder, of 4, 4, and 4, okay? Emulators, homebrew, games, all that stuff, it's right there, all right? Now, what we're going to do is now we're going to hit scan now, okay? Now, it should scan, and it shouldn't crash, and as you can see, it's finding all the stuff. Now, it's going to automatically download all of the artwork, as you can see, okay? This takes a little time. It's going to scan for the content, then it's going to start downloading. See, it's going to download 50 items. I picked a 120 gig drive to make it simple and make it quick. So now it's downloading. Notice that there's no crashing. There's none of that, okay? It all works. Danny, how are you, man? Stuart, good evening. How are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Danny, I like Aurora's database structure, their file structure. It's really good, and also their scripts. Under the scripting engine and all that, it's really cool. And you can do, you can use Lua and all that. I mean, it's really, really a good setup. I mean, I like it. It works okay. Now, what we're gonna do is as you can see, it's filling in all the blanks. All right, and it's downloading. It just takes some time because it's going through Unity. It's scraping Xbox, the Xbox API. It's scraping Unity. It's trying to find everything that it can find. All right. When you're doing this, also, if you notice here, all right, let me show you something here. Okay, you could always scan for assets. See what I'm saying? All right, and then you could choose screenshots. I mean, whatever you want to do, and whatever is out there, it will find it. Okay, that's how you can set up for your downloading and all that kind of good stuff. Okay. We'll hit back on there, and it's pretty much done, and there you are. Now, we're in the Show All section. Now, if you hit the RB button, you should go over. Xbox 360, there's your 360 games right there. Just what we were looking for. Okay? Xbox Live Arcade, as I said, it takes care of itself. All right? It's in the content folder, so, of course, it's going to find Xbox Live Arcade. Then, of course, you have your Homebrew section where it's going to find all of your tools that you need. Okay? And then emulators. So on and so forth. Okay? Your indie games. Now, it says no titles found, okay? Because there is no indie games on this thing, all right? But I just wanted to do that for indie games. So if you put any indie games on here, that's where they're going to be, okay? That's where all your indie stuff is going to be, all right? So, I mean, no big deal, okay? Now, as I was saying, I mean, it's pretty much very simple to set up, okay? If you go to... Let's see here. Wait a minute. Let me tell you what. Go here, your scripts, okay? Now you notice the Aurora Repo browser, okay? You can hit that, all right? Sorting scripts, subtitles, utility scripts, so on and so forth. You click on that, it's going to find all of this stuff, and then you can download it and use it, all right? Pretty easy, okay? I mean, that was utility scripts, sorting scripts, okay? Anything you want. Swizzy wrote a lot of stuff for this thing. All right, and then we'll back that up. Sorting scripts, yeah, so on and so forth. Let's see here. Filters. Yeah, it's got developers, ConnectX, hide backups, hide connect, hide multidisc. I mean, this has got a bunch of stuff on here. Okay? And, I mean, your subtitles, okay, if you want subtitles, okay? Your flags, all that kind of good stuff. It's all right there, all right? And pretty much, I mean, it's really a fully operational dashboard. Like I said, it's been around for a long time. Your file manager, same thing, right here. left window, right window, which I've explained several times in when when people buy consoles from me and all that. I mean, I always set it up and explain this stuff to them, so on and so forth. Okay. Now look, when it comes to your games, okay, like Xbox 360 games, all right, you want to make sure that all of your title updates are in place. Okay. So what you have to do is you hit Y. Okay, go to here. It will tell you title updates right here. Okay, then hit A, and as you can see, there's a title update right there. Okay, now right now it's disabled, so I want to enable it. If you do not enable the title update, you will not get online. It will crash the console. Okay, if you have it online and do all kinds of stupid stuff. Okay, so always make sure all of your title updates, okay, are enabled. Okay, see what I'm saying? It's either there, but they aren't enabled. All right. Now, you could easily, just reboot Aurora after it's done. I mean, but I prefer to go through it this way. That way, then I know that they're there, and that all I have to do is just enable them. See, very easy. Just hit A to enable all of them. And this one we don't want to enable because this one is a modified, college football revamped NCAA football 14. You don't want to do their title update. You just patch it. Like I said, with that's another story. But you just patch it and you go. Okay, you don't use title update on that thing. All right. Black Ops. We'll make sure that our title update is there. Yep. And we're good there. Okay. And we should be good here. Yep. Good. Okay, so everything is now enabled and good to go. All right, which means you should be able to play, online and everything else. Now, also, Xbox Live Arcade. All right, like, let's see here. This one might have a title update. Yes, it does. Okay, you see, now it was installed, okay? So we didn't have to download it. Now, in the event that a title update is not installed on this thing, just go on over to Unity Marketplace, and as you can see, okay, it has a cloud. You can download it. It will download, and then you just set it and enable it. It's pretty easy. All right, it's not very hard at all. Okay, so I mean, there you go. I mean, that's how you set up Aurora, and pretty much you're all good to go there. Okay, I mean, it's very simple. Everything is pretty much very simplistic. Okay, and it all works. It all works very, very well. Okay, you can hit Y. There's a bunch of features here. Okay, last played, so on and so forth. Okay, your synopsis, all right, and you'll notice a little square down here. You'll see a little arrow right here, more. Now, okay, that's your trainer right there. You can launch your trainer from there. Your settings, okay, so on and so forth. Okay, title updates, moving the D-pad over. You got your downloadable content. All right, your file manager, okay. It shows you where it is and all that kind of good stuff, all right. Now here, achievements, and then, of course, save games, so on and so forth. All right, preview. All right, screen captures, refresh, the title, refresh the information here, all that kind of good stuff. Download cover. Okay, you can select different covers. They have different covers on here, as you can see, and then you can download it and set it any which way you want to. All right. Then, of course, rename, hide, and delete. Now, if you accidentally hide one, okay, oh, it's gone. Oh my God, what do I do? I can't find it. Well, it's pretty easy. All you got to do, hit the B button, okay? Go on over, show hidden titles, and it will show it right there. And then what do? You select it with Y, go down here, show. That's it. Done. It's back. No big deal. Life is grand, okay? So, I mean, so anything that you do, besides a delete, okay? Delete is a bad word, okay? However, though, anything you do can be changed besides delete. All right, just to let you know, okay? And of course, you should be able to launch a game and all that kind of good stuff. See, it applied the title updates. Okay, now the thing should boot and should be up there. You are. Black Ops 2 is bypassed and everything. And then once you're done with the game or whatever, all right, as you can see, it starts up. Life is grand, okay? Once you're done with the game, hit the guide button. Go back home. Yes. All right. That's how easy it is. Oh, 007. Yes, of course 007, man. What else? Oh, thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate it, man. But as you can see, that's how easy it is to, install Aurora. It's not a big deal, okay? In fact, people make it out to be horrible at times, and I'm like going like, no, it's not really terrible, okay? However, though, if you don't know what you're doing and you're fumbling through this thing, yeah, then it could be ugly. All right, I promise you, it could be very, very ugly. But just remember this, though, okay? Stay away from that word delete, okay? And also, when you're building a drive like this for something like this, all right, the more stuff you got, of course, the more stuff's going to show, all right? But in your file manager, make sure on your hard drive you keep everything nice and neat and clean, okay? Your homebrew section where your tools reside, your games, so on and so forth, folders inside them. That's what setting that scan depth is for, okay? Because you don't want to have all this shit just laying around on a hard drive because it just makes it a mess, all right? I mean, your content, it's going to tell you. See, of course the game save and of course my profile that's on there. If you go in there, it shows. What I've played on this thing. How, what, where, who, all that kind of good stuff. GoldenEye remastered by Smod himself. Yes, my Smoddy buddy. Okay, so on and so forth. Okay, if you go into the 16.0 folder right here, you will see there is all of your titles and everything, and because your title updates and everything is stored right here. If you see here, you see that, like I said, like I mentioned before, that 000B0000, that's your title update folder. Okay, that's in there. If that wasn't in there, you would have to download it from Unity or whatever. Okay, and then of course Aurora would patch it using their title update. All right. But most of the times, you always want to make sure that you put the title updates in the content folder with the correct title ID, all right? And it's always in that 000B000 folder, okay? As you can see, it's labeled title update, all right? Your marketplace, that's for all the extra goodies that you get when you download from like Pirate Bay or wherever, okay? And you put them in there, all right? Another little ditty, too, about this, too, is after you download this stuff, to these folders, your title updates and all that stuff, okay? You always want to go here after you download all that crap and go to XM360 and fire up XM360 and make sure that everything is freaking unlocked to the console. Otherwise, it could be in there and you'll be like, but it's in there, but I'm not getting it. Well, because it's not unlocked to your console, because sometimes these things are not unlocked, okay? And it has to be hashed to the console properly in order for it to see it. That was a security on Microsoft, okay? And you'll see that this thing is now scanning this whole hard drive right here. And as you can see, there you are. And I'll just show you, when it starts up, why you get that black screen is simply this, because it's going through the entire hard drive, as you can see. All right? Once it goes through the entire hard drive, it writes the game content bin and all that stuff, all right? Unlock XBLA, yeah, you want to do that. Of course you do. That's your Xbox Live Arcade. And then, of course, you want to show your DLC. And you want to go over here and you want to make sure that crap is all unlocked, okay? Because if it's not, highlight all, unlocked. Like I said, you can download it, you can put it there, but it won't access it if it's locked. Okay, it's that simple. Region free. Make sure everything's region free. If you're running a console that's like from Japan or wherever, always make sure it's all region free and everything. But in plain English, it's really simple to put this on your RGH. And it makes the life a little bit easier. If this is your bag and you like this stuff and you like the artwork and you like all that and it makes it pretty easy to play games back and forth from and everything, well then do it, put it on there. Some people they like minimalistic, okay? They like XEX menu 1.2 or they like FX menu. All right, hey, that's cool. But a lot of people have asked me about this. That's why I'm doing this video, so then that way then everybody knows what, where, how, and who. Now, I hope that this helped you guys out. I really do. All right. I hope that I explained it fully for you. It should get you to the point enough where you can have this thing set up and running without any issues. Okay. I can only hope to God, please, dear God. But anyway, like I said, I hope it helped you guys out. I really do. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly do appreciate it. I hope that you all have a good day. Now, I got to go ahead and I got to start building more Xboxes and everything. So, listen, you all have a good one. I'm going to holler at you later. Okay, thanks again for watching and glad I could help you guys. Take it easy. Have a great night.